welcome to the Fourth Moment Weekly Roundup. And this is where you get your weekly dose of local football action. With me, as usual, Coach Andrew Pequeno. Coach Andrew Pequeno is going to be on TV quite a lot in the next couple of weeks, Coach Andrew.
Yeah, it looks like it, eh? Yeah,
excited. You must get that fade in, eh?
No, I'm going to have to get a new fade before I go.
So, yeah.
We call it fader then?
Yeah, just don't fade out of the game.
I'll try not to.
Okay, so obviously we're talking Nedbank Cup. We saw the draw last weekend Thursday. Vasco has been drawn against TS Galaxy. I'm sure you've been interviewed a whole lot of times. I don't know, we haven't spoken since then.
Yeah, there have been media interviews on the phone and stuff, yeah.
So what's the thoughts on the draw?
Was that
something that you were sort of hoping for?
I was hoping for a home draw, and home draw, getting the people of Cape Town to come and support us. We don't think many people will go to Nelspruit, which is now called Mbombela. But listen, a PSL team, I think it's a good exposure for our players. I think we get to experience a PSL game day, what actually happens and how professional it is and all of that. I mean, we've got some players who've never been on a plane, some have never been to a hotel, so it's life experience as well. And I think this is what this opportunity is all about. I don't think it's about just looking at the result. I think it's also about nurturing our players and empowering our players to become better. So when they go to the next level, they know what's coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're excited. I think the whole club is excited by the draw. I think our supporters are also excited. Obviously now we're a bit more under pressure to try and get a result, to try and get through to the next round and hopefully get a home draw.
Yeah.
But everything's on track. We're still waiting for the dates of the fixtures, which should be out later this week or Monday. And then we'll have a good idea of preparation and everything.
Okay. Cool. And then maybe we just have a look at the other Cape Town draws that teams that took part there, obviously, or that's in the draw. Cape Town City playing away to Sekekune United.
Cool, tough one. Sekekune doing very well in the top 4 now in the PSL.
Yeah. And then the other one was Cape Town Spurs, also away to Venda.
Sure, long drive.
Yep.
That's a long travel.
And I think Stelly's got a home draw, if I remember
Stelly's are playing Kruger United, also NFD team, also flying high. Kruger, then the top 5 in the NFD, or Motsepe Foundation Championship, I think it's called. So everybody got tough draws. I think the Cape Town teams, I think Stelly is the only one at home. The other 3 are away.
All away, yeah.
And we're looking forward to it. I was hoping when they pulled out Kaiser Chiefs and Sundowns, our name would be next. And they also got other ABC teams, but I'm still convinced our ball was the one they kept on opening all the time when they were taking balls out. So
those of you that don't know, that didn't watch the draw, there was a ball in the pot that kept on opening. Obviously.
Yeah, we think it's ours.
But anyway,
that's fine. Listen, I'd also like, while I've got the platform, to just thank everybody who sent well wishes. There've been a lot of messages coming to the club and to me personally, and thank you. And we know that we will have support from afar. Yeah, definitely. And I can tell you, my boys will go out and do their best. I mean, we're not going there just to make up numbers. We're going to try. We're going to try our best.
That's good. Okay, so that's the Nedbank basically done and dusted. We're going to carry on with our normal show.
Yeah, we got business before that, which we'll get to before the Nedbank game.
Oh, yeah, which is coming up now.
Yes.
Right, so on Saturday, we've got fixtures coming up, 18th of December in the ABC.
18th of January.
18th of January.
See, it's already New Year. I've got to correct him still.
18th of January, January 2025. At 3 o'clock, you guys are making the short trek to Royal Road. FN Rangers versus Vasco, 3 o'clock Royal Road.
Yeah, tough one. This game, obviously, it's catch-up games this weekend. There's only 2. Yeah, because of the Nedbank. Yeah, no, listen, it's going to be tough. FN last year, unbeaten season. This year, they've only lost 1. People look at where they are on the log, they think they're having a poor season, but they've actually only lost 1 game. They've had a lot of draws. Yeah. It's going to be tough. FN, you don't normally concede a lot of goals. It's going to be a tough game for us. Cool. Home ground for them. It's a Cape Town Tigerberg derby. So we're looking forward to it. I think it's and people forget, people always they expect us to get results all the time. It's our first year in the ABC still, and we've exceeded a lot of expectations from certain people and ourselves also. So we're taking it game by game. This is important for us also as prep for the Nedbank, because obviously a pressure game. We need to get results if we want to stay in touch with the leaders. If they know that they also need a result, so it's going to be a very good game. And I think it'll be a nice crowd. I think with only 2 ABC games around, maybe people will come out and support.
I think it will be full. Obviously, surface is nice. Hopefully, the wind doesn't blow too much. But okay. So that's the FN game versus Vasco. That's at Royal Road. And then Hout Bay versus DS Leeds being played in Hout Bay. That's 1 o'clock on Saturday.
Yeah, no, I think we're expecting Hout Bay to get a lot of goals. I think with the window opening also, we can't just say that because the window's open now this week. It actually opened on Wednesday. So I think the teams are going to be signing, and I think DS Leeds will be looking to sign a number of players. Because if you look at it, they're actually not that far off.
Okay.
They're 2 wins away from being safe. So, yeah.
Okay, so that's the ABC Motsepe, all the action for this weekend, only the 2 matches, as Coach Andrew said there. So looking at the third division now, Hollywood Bets Regional Men's League.
Yeah, my favorite league.
Right, so we've got the results, obviously, of matches that took place over the weekend.
I'm looking forward to this.
Camps Bay and Matroosfontein played to a 1-1 draw. We spoke about that, a bit about that one, sort of favouring Camps Bay to get a result. And
yeah, at home. They got a point. I think they'll be happy. I think Matroosfontein will also be happy.
Yeah. And then YMO against Cape Town City. And there we said it was the lighties against the experienced guys. And the experienced guys coming up with a good win there.
Yeah, I think, like we said, the field conditions, I said the wind and the field conditions would suit YMO. And yeah, I think it might be the result that YMO need to basically push on, because they've had stop-start, wins, draws, losses, wins, draws, losses. I think this result will put them. I think City those boys are gonna learn valuable lessons when they go away from home in this league.
Yeah. Saxon Rovers and Greenwood getting a 3-1 win. Now you said you were gonna go there.
I was there.
And what happened? 3-1.
Oh, I tell you what, that first half, Greenwood should have been a couple up. Okay. I think it was a tight affair. It was 0-0 at halftime. I thought Greenwood dominated that first half. Saxon just didn't seem to get into rhythm. And then second half, Greenwood scored early. They made a substitution and brought on Fernal Abrams. His first touch was a cross assist. And then about 2 minutes later, he scored. Saxons came back to make it 2-1. When it was 2-0 to Greenwood, they came back to 2-1. And they started getting into the game, and then their third goal, I think, just killed them. The last 20 minutes, Greenwood managed the game. I think if Greenwood can take lessons out of the game, the first half, if they had taken their chances, it could have been a bigger result, and the game could have been put to bed. But I also think, looking at that Greenwood team, it looked like they had a number of players that were either being rested or weren't there or on the bench. They had a lot of experience on the bench. And I think I said, watch Greenwood this year. I think they're a team that's going to be fighting up near the top.
Cool. And then Ocean View and Jomo's getting a 1-0 win out all the way in Ocean View. That's a good result for them, eh?
That's a good result for Jomo's. I believe it was a red card late in the game, or in the second half, for Ocean View, and Jomo scored at about 10 minutes to go. But it's a very good result. I think if you take into account, Jomo's must have left Atlantis about 3 or 4 o'clock on a Friday afternoon to play at 7:30, then finish and go all the way home. I tell you what, it's a big smile on your face when you go back.
I was going to say the trip back is much quicker if you got a 3 points in your bag.
Much quicker and a lot of smiles.
Then Premier United and JL's Zwane. Premier, that one was also a tight one for me anyway. So Premier getting a 3-2 win over Zwane.
I actually thought we both said that maybe Zwane would get a result, but I think Premier at home was a good result. I believe it was a tight affair.
Okay,
and a very exciting end to end. So good win for Premier.
Wanderers, we expected a good result for them. 3-1 win over Clover.
Very good.
And then Trinis and Diadora, we said this was a test for Diadora, 2-2 draw.
That result doesn't tell you everything. Eh?
Okay.
I wasn't there, but I got a report.
Input.
Diadora 2-0 up halftime.
Okay.
At Eitzig, keeping the crowd quiet. And you know what happens when you play a team that's well supported in the Cape Flats? The minute they get one back, the crowd gets involved. And that's what happened. Trini's got one back early in the second half, and then they were attacking. A couple of penalty decisions didn't quite go their way, I was told, and then they equalized late. And apparently had 1 or 2 chances to win it at the end. So good result. Good result, I think, for Trini's. I think if you had offered Diadora a draw at the beginning, they might have taken it, because those are kind of games where you go away and you're hoping you get something. But I think being 2-0 up at halftime, would you be disappointed?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would too.
Then Antalyaspor and Good Hope. This was a surprise for me. I know Antalyaspor is a young side, but Good Hope getting a 1-1 draw there. And if I remember correctly, they had a positive result the week before too.
They beat Trini's in December. Listen, I am very surprised. I actually thought Antalyaspor would win that game. And being at home, listen, it's also lessons. Like I said, we said last week also, the first week or two, we don't know how the guys preps and where they are at. And we did say last week, the Bayhill could be on the back of some boys' minds.
Yes.
So we also got to remember that. But listen, if I'm good up, I run with a point.
Yeah, definitely. And then looking at the fixtures coming up this weekend in the third division. So third division, the 18th of January, Greenwood versus Ocean View. That's on the 18th.
That's 1 o'clock kickoff.
That's 1+1.
1+1 solo.
Yes.
Oh, tough one. Listen, it's a derby, It's a Cape District derby. So Ocean View are going to come out firing, I think.
Yeah.
They got a loss last week at home. I think they want to correct that. But I still say Greenwood at home. Greenwood at home.
Yeah, I would say Greenwood also.
Greenwood at home.
Good Hope, we've just spoken about Good Hope. Good Hope getting a tough match at home against Premier United. Do you think they could pull off something there also?
No, I would go with Premier. I think Premier have got the experience. They've got a very good team. They got a good result against JL Zwane. But again, Good hope. We don't know. They lost home game. They beat Trinis.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Diadora against Antalya Spor.
Yeah, I think Diodora will fancy themselves at home. I think Antalya Spor going from grass to AstroTurf. Those boys are going to come up against a lot of experienced players. I think Diodora favourites there.
Also, we don't know for sure. I'm just assuming Antalya Spor, young team, Bayhill also taking place the weekend.
Yeah.
Well, they might be short. Not short, but I mean, it might not be a regular team filling the field.
Yeah.
That's just assumption, by the way.
Assumption, yeah. I still think Diodora are the team.
Goal 50 up against Saxon Rovers.
Your Saxons are desperate need of points. That's an early kickoff on Saturday, isn't it?
I've got it down at 3 o'clock.
3 o'clock, okay.
Might be wrong.
Sure, tough one. Tough one in Heidelveld for Saxons. They need to start getting results. They're getting dragged. They're near the bottom. Yeah, tough one.
And then Kemsbay doing the trip all the way to Jomo, to Atlantis up against Jomo's Powers in Saxon Sea.
Listen, if Jomo's carry on the way they were last week, I think Jomo's will win that.
Cape Town City are home on Sunday against Trinis.
And what time is that?
Normally early. The City Lighties play early.
Like 1 o'clock. If I was you and you got nothing playing on Sunday, go out there. I think it's going to be a very good game. Cape Town City at home are a totally different team to a team away from home. They'll play goals. I think Trinis score a lot of goals. And Cape Town City, obviously, being at home, they're going to fancy themselves to attack. I think it's going to be a nice game.
Silver Spurs are travelling on Sunday to Mandalay up against Clover FC.
Ooh, tough one for Silver Spurs.
Yeah.
Sure, it's going to be tough. And we've got to remember, sorry, for those who don't know, the Silver Spurs versus Goal 50 game on the weekend
was postponed
due to cable theft there at Hickory Road.
Again,
yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. Must start. Yeah, no, must change the cables. I don't know what we're going to do there. But anyway.
Wi-Fi cabling.
Wi-Fi, yeah. Those use it for. I don't know what they use it for. But anyway, let's get back to it. Focus. I still think it's going to be a tough one for Silver Spurs. It depends now because they haven't played.
Yeah.
Clover have played a game, so they're getting back into the swing of things.
You think it will make a difference?
I think Mandalay's tough. It's tough to get a result in Mandalay. I think that's where Clover need to pick up points this season. I'll go for Clover.
Okay, cool. So that's it, the fixtures for the week. The weekend. So we've got the updated log here. So last week I had a bit of a faux pas on the log there. But everything's been corrected now. So Diadora now top of the log. 9 matches played, 21 points.
Wow.
Cape Town City, 9 matches played, 21 points. Both sides, obviously Diadora drawing and City losing over the past weekend. Wanderers still in third spot. They're in touch. 9 matches played, 19 points.
Sure.
Greenwood is now in the top 5. Well, they were in the top 5 last week or so. They're fourth, Greenwood. 9 matches played, 16 points. And to end the top 5 is YMO. 9 matches played, 15 points.
Yeah. You know, looking at that log as it stands, I think those are the teams you'd look at to be contenders. I think it's starting to now, we said 10 games, it's now game week 9, it's starting to look like it.
Yeah.
I think if you are Wanderers or Greenwood, I think you're in a good position. You got the top guys just above you. You know you're in touch. A team like Greenwood is now going to start getting results, I think, more consistently because the guys are getting used to each other. I think it's going to be a very nice tight race. I don't think there's somebody that's going to run away with this league.
Look, the third division always comes up with exciting action there, so it's sort of it's on par. So Kudo are now off the bottom of the log. 6 points.
Big point.
Yep. And Clover now bottom of the log in the third division with Saxon Rovers still there. 9 matches played, 6 points.
Sure.
Tight.
Very tight at the bottom.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, Saxons need to start picking up points.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the third division done and dusted. So what's left to talk about is the Bayhill. So obviously Bayhill taking place at William Herbert. Second time they're there around in this sort of...
and I believe before the tournament, the last round, the group stage will also be at William Herbert in February.
Yeah, that's going to be in
March.
February.
I think in March. Yeah, March.
There is a next round in February also, rather 24th or 25th or something like that.
I believe the February playoffs are going to be moved around. So someone's going to be at Langa. So it's going to be exciting. And Strandfontein is the one. So it's going to be exciting,
Cool. Okay, so we're going to touch on some matches. Anything that pops out to you?
Yeah, there's a couple of
There's
nice
a whole lot
ones.
of games. There's Saturday and Sunday, so look at the Saturday first.
Yeah, the games start at 10, and then there's obviously an hour, 15-minute gap between each because they play half an hour each, I think. Half an hour each way. And please remember the last game is at 3 o'clock, so you've got Saturday and Sunday. Yeah.
So looking at some matches there, Invincible Craven be up against Montague Spurs. Montague Spurs obviously the home side at Cape District.
Yeah.
That's going to be a tough game. Shosa Loza up against Salt River.
Ooh, that's going to be a nice game.
That's going to be a good game. Who else there that's looking nice to you? Napoli up against Antalya Spor. Napoli from Zamora. Michelle?
That's why we were saying about Antalya Spor. They're playing the Saturday morning or the game Saturday afternoon against Diodora.
Here's a tough one, Andrew. Sorry to cut you. PPG up against Westridge FC.
Oh, it's going to be a nice game.
That's going to be a nice game.
Yeah, I know Vasco, we got South End. I think we're playing Saturday at 12:30. Yeah, Saturday at 12:30
Yeah.
at William Herbert. That's going to be a nice game.
Check out that one there, Hellenic versus Wanderers.
Ooh,
And
tough
don't
one.
talk. Don't talk.
Which one?
Don't talk.
I won't.
FC versus Valhalla.
Oh, don't talk FC.
Yeah. Versus Valhalla. Don't
And
talk FC versus Valhalla.
I thought you were telling me not to talk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then Isendal up against Ontario, and something else that shouts at you, yeah. Yeah, Ulana Academy up against Enidin.
That's Saturday fixtures, yeah.
Then it's Sunday, on Sunday.
And Don't Talk is not playing on Sunday.
No.
Okay, I was just checking.
They're going to be talking. City Bombers up against Stanturf. That's going to be a tough game for Stanturf there. Anything else? Batswood up against Eagles. EPA, Eagles Performance Academy.
Eagles are a good team.
Yeah, remember they had the 16 were
at the Super Cup.
At the Super Cup.
Very nice team, that under 18 team. That'll be a nice game.
Yeah.
Premier United versus Weinberg will also be a nice game. I looked at that. That was also a nice game.
Yeah.
And Hanover Park, who normally qualify.
Just talking about your old teams.
No, qualify for the Whale. They're playing Bishop Lavis. That's going to be a tough one. Northern Suburbs teams are normally very good.
Charles Wani up against Lintig here. Ooh, that's going to be a tough one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's going to be a good
Anything
one.
else looking interesting there?
Yeah, I think Jomo's Power versus Durbanville. That's going to be a nice game. Durbanville, Cape Town, Tigerberg. Jomo's obviously from Atlantis.
Who's
That'll be a
Cape
nice
Town
game.
Football Athletic?
No idea. There's some teams here I've never heard of before.
That's
to be
up
honest.
against Blue Gum.
Saxon
Lavendale.
Saxon Rovers,
Now,
Lavendale.
I know
exactly.
Lavendale's been busy training.
I got to tell you, Lavendale got a very good under 18 team. They got very good juniors, to be honest. Under 16, under 18, normally very good.
Owen Isaac's doing good work there.
Yeah, very good. I think Saxon Rovers, tough one for them, eh?
Yeah.
And don't forget D&G versus Blue Downs.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be
that'll be a nice game. And if memory serves me, Blue Downs, I think last year or the year before in the Coke, they had quite a nice run in the under 18 division. So that'll be a nice game.
Last one here, City Kings versus Ikapa. It's going to be a tough game. Ooh. Okay, so that's Saturday and Sunday. William Herbert, as Andrew said, starts at 10, ends last match is at 3.
That'll be nice. I might go out there on Sunday. Eh?
Yeah, and William Herbert is looking very nice. Well done to the FMC there at William Herbert. The fields are looking
quality.
Top.
I can't complain about the fields this weekend. Yeah. I think anybody playing in this stage, listen, the Bayhill it's tough this year. There's extra stages added in. There's a lot of teams. If you've made it through all these stages to get to the tournament proper, you definitely deserve to be there.
Fantastic. Okay, so that's it.
That's it.
Okay, so we still got a show next week before you go? Yes, we do.
Yes.
Okay.
We actually don't know. We'll know next week when we're playing.
Yeah.
So when we record the show next week, we'll know that. We're also going to have the full round of ABC fixtures next weekend.
Yeah, next weekend.
So that'll be good. And obviously our year third division might have a double header next weekend. So big busy show next week.
Before we go, we want to say please like, share, subscribe to the videos. And get the word out there. And then we're going to say big up to Vecchio. Thanks for being our apparel sponsor. As you can see, we're in the Vecchio shop today. And then also GSM Roofing for helping us get the content.
Yeah, and I mean, these training tops are new in here, and I had an eye on them earlier when I spoke to you before the show. Very nice.
Yeah, very nice. There's a lot of other stuff here also.
Yeah, no, but I like those.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Until next week. Cheers.
Cheers.